ladies and gentlemen, every political party has loose cannons and motor mouths who are in a habit of embarrassing themselves and their parties on a regular basis. But when you're a minister in a government and have 30 years of experience behind you, you are expected to behave in accordance with the office you hold. You are certainly not expected to behave like a slanderous gossip columnist leeching off a film star's popularity. But that is exactly what Telangana Minister Konda Surekha is in the news for. The Congress Neta, who just by the way is also the Forest and Environment Minister of the state, dragged two of Telugu cinema's biggest stars to settle scores with a political rival, KTR of the BRS. Elections are gone, but politicians are still in election mode. The charges she made were simply defamatory and distasteful. She said that Samantha Prabhu and Naga Chaitanya's marriage broke up because the actress was asked by her father-in-law, Nagarjun, one of the biggest film stars in this country, to go to KTR, and that Samantha Prabhu refused. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I work hard. People work hard. They work very hard. They make sacrifices. They take years to build a reputation. And then people like Surekha Konda try and fell it in a second by making a comment which is rooted in nothing but scandal. By the way, Konda Surekha made her defamatory charges not once but twice. After coming under heavy attack from stars and citizens alike, she retracted, saying it was a slip of tongue. Really? A slip of tongue twice? Who'll believe that? And Surekha's retraction only came after she faced a volley of criticism from Samantha, her ex-husband Naga Chaitanya, and his father Nagarjuna, who had now flamed a defamation case against her. It wasn't just the first family of Tollywood. Even other top stars of the industry have come together in emphatically rejecting any attempt at being dragged into Telangana's ugly politics. Let's start by listening to what Konda Surekha said.
ఈ రోజు నేను చెప్తా ఉన్నా కదా, నాగ చైతన్య సమంత విడిపోవడానికి కారణం కేటీఆరే. ఈరోజు చాలా మంది హీరోయిన్లు తొందరగా పెళ్లిళ్ళు చేసుకొని సినిమా ఫీల్డ్ నుంచి తప్పుకోవడానికి కారణం కూడా కేటీఆరే. ఆయన ఆ రోజు మత్తు పదార్థాలకు అలవాటు పడి వాళ్ళను కూడా మత్తు పదార్థాలకు అలవాటు చేసి రేవ్ పార్టీలు చేసుకొని మదమెక్కి వాళ్ళ జీవితాలతో ఆడుకొని బ్లాక్ మెయిల్ చేసి నాగ చైతన్య డైవర్స్ 100% కేటీఆర్ చేయబట్టే అయింది. ఎందుకంటే ఎన్కన్వెన్షన్ హాల్ని కూలగొట్టద్దు అని అంటే సమంతను నా దగ్గరికి పంపాలి అని చెప్పి ఆయన డిమాండ్ చేశాడు. సమంత గారిని వెళ్ళమని చెప్పి నాగార్జున వాళ్ళు ఫోర్స్ చేశారు. సమంత నేను వెళ్ళను అనింది. వెళ్ళను అంటే వాళ్ళు చెప్తే వింటే విను, లేకపోతే వెళ్ళిపోండి, డైవర్స్ ఇచ్చారు. అది ఓపెన్ సీక్రెట్. అది అందరికీ కూడా ఇంటర్నల్గా మీడియా వాళ్ళంతా వాళ్ళకి ఎవరికి ఇండస్ట్రీ వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడా తెలుసు. ఈరోజు సమంత జీవితం అన్యాయం కావడానికి 100% కేటీఆరే కారణం. ఒక కుటుంబం మాట నేను తీయడం ఏదైతే ఉందో అది అనుకోకుండా నా నోటి నుంచి జరగడం జరిగింది. ఆ తర్వాత వారి ట్వీట్ చూసిన తర్వాత నేను కూడా చాలా బాధపడ్డాను. ఎందుకంటే ఏ విషయంలో నేనైతే బాధపడతా ఉన్నానో ఆ విషయంలో నేను ఇంకొకరిని నొప్పించాను అని తెలిసి రాత్రి వెంటనే మరి దాన్ని వెనక్కి తీసుకుంటూ నేను ట్వీట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. కాబట్టి నాకు జరిగిన అవమానం, నేను పడ్డ బాధ ఇంకొకరు పడకూడదు అనేటువంటి ఒక ఆలోచనతోటి నేను బేషరతుగా దాన్ని వెనక్కి తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. కానీ కేటీఆర్ విషయంలో మాత్రం తగ్గేది లేదు. ఆయన తప్పనిసరిగా క్షమాపణ చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది.
As you know, Surekha's retraction only came after she faced a volley of criticism from Samantha, her ex-husband Naga Chaitanya, and his father Nagarjuna, who filed a defamation case against the Congress MLA. It wasn't just the first family of Tollywood. Even other top stars of the industry are criticizing her. Listen in.
విమర్శలు ప్రతి విమర్శలు ప్రజా సమస్యల మీద జరగాలి కానీ వ్యక్తిగత దూషణలు లేదా వ్యక్తిగత విమర్శలు ఉండకూడదు. నిన్న అసెంబ్లీలో జరిగినటువంటి ఒక సంఘటన నా మనసును కలిచివేసింది. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ప్రజా సమస్యల్ని పక్కన పెట్టి వ్యక్తిగత దోషణలకి దిగుతున్నామో, ముఖ్యంగా మన ఆడపడుచుల గురించి పురుష పదజాలంతో మాట్లాడుతున్నామో, అది ఒక అరాచక పరిపాలనకు నాంది పలుకుతుంది. అది తప్పు.
But ladies and gentlemen, Konda Surekha is something of a motor mouth. Despite being, in fact, facing a legal notice from KTR for her comments and a police case by the BRS, she still can't stop herself from making disparaging remarks. Listen in to her latest.
మరి అసలే కేటీఆర్కు పదవీకాంక్ష ఎక్కువ. మరి లోపల ఏమన్నా బొండిగా విసుకుండో, లేకపోతే తలకాయ బల కొట్టి సాగు కొట్టి లోపల ఏమన్నా పూడ్చిపెట్టిండో, మరి మనిషి కనపడకపోతే అనుమానపడాల్సిన పరిస్థితి వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి మనం అందరం కూడా పాపం కేసీఆర్ గురించి ఆలోచించాల్సిన అవసరం ఉన్నది.
Now here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Why would you want to drag a woman who has nothing to do with your party, nothing to do with your politics, a woman who has already faced an unfair amount of public scrutiny over her marriage and her divorce, into an ugly political battle just to settle scores? This is a new low for our netas, especially if the neta in question is a 3-time MLA, a minister, and above all, a woman herself, who just, by the way, was at one point United Andhra Pradesh's woman Minister for Women and Child Welfare. Can you imagine that? But once again, my question remains, should Samantha Prabhu have been dragged into an already filthy political discourse just because she's an independent woman who has dared to live her life on her own terms? Does being a famous woman mean she'll be a soft target for our politicians? That's the question I'm asking my guests this evening. But before I go to them, there's a piece of breaking news that we are now getting. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems Samantha Prabhu was not the only actress who was dragged in by Konda Surekha for a cheap dig. Rakul Preet Singh, who's just got married, has also now had to issue a statement on X in which she's insisting that she has nothing to do with any person or political party. And she's also asking all politicians to keep artists out of their slugfests and attempt to grab headlines. Just to remind you, Surekha had earlier said that Rakul Preet Singh was also being phone tapped and blackmailed by BRS leaders. My guest this evening, NV Subhash, is spokesperson of the BJP. R.S. Reddy is spokesperson of the BRS. Ravi Rai is a film producer and director. Saeed Asad Abbas is a political analyst. And Tama Reddy is a director and an actor. He is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Tama Reddy, I'm going to start with you first. Can I start by asking you what you have found the most shocking in the entire sequence of events?
The most shocking is she being a constitutional person, I mean, a minister, holding a constitutional post, how can she do such kind of statements, irresponsible statements? I don't know, being a woman, calling other women names and all that. Somehow we are all of us are shocked, and we totally condemn this act. And if ever they does have any proofs, they could have gone to the court, not giving a statements like this, like a cheap YouTube channel kind of things. I don't know how could she continue as a minister. I think it is high time they should take a...
It's exactly what I'm wondering. It's exactly what I'm wondering. These statements have been out in the public domain for the last 48 hours. There has been condemnation not just from film stars. There has been condemnation from citizens as well. And yet, she continues to be a minister in the Congress government in Telangana. Ladies and gentlemen, I do need to tell you that whenever political parties find a subject inconvenient for them, they simply refuse to send spokespersons to any channel, including Mirror Now. And that is exactly what the Congress has done. We requested them for a spokesperson. They haven't sent one. The point is, if you know what your neta has done is wrong, sack her, because she's not just made these comments once, she's made them twice, and she's refusing to apologize. Said Asad Abbas, you're a political analyst. I believe you are, in a way, taking the Congress's point of view. Under what circumstances can we even defend this? Is there any reason why Surekha should not be sacked as a minister in the Telangana government?
Shreyaji, there is absolutely no point in defending the indefensible. My line is clear. Of course, I stand with the Congress government and the Congress party. But the fact of the matter is what Konda Surekha ji has said is absolutely wrong and uncalled for. She has also said that she unconditionally apologized to all the fans and followers of Samantha. And also she's tweeted her clarifications. She's regretted the same. And she's also apologized. She's also said that she's always upheld the self-power and Samantha being an idealistic woman. She's always looked up to her and appreciated her. She was targeting her political target, which was KTR. But it's unfortunate that she made this statement. She did indeed also say that this has been a slip of tongue. She has erred here, and there are no two ways about it. And of course, the regret comes through also the apologies. Mr. Gaud of the Congress party, a leader from Telangana, also has mentioned that the party does not stand by it. And Konda Surekha has apologized on the same unconditionally. And she's done so on Twitter and also other public platforms. So therefore, I believe something, Shreyaji, that women, especially when it comes to men or women, especially women, when we see successful women, a woman should always stand by a woman and not attack her in a personal way or any way. So that would be my personal
नहीं, वो सब
statement.
बोलने के लिए बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
नहीं बोलने के लिए
Okay,
नहीं,
thank
करने
you.
के लिए
Sayyid
भी.
Asad Abbas,
No,
you
no,
are
no,
saying
no.
that the
Wait,
party
Shreyaji.
doesn't stand by these comments. The
Shreyaji,
point is,
बोलने
if the party doesn't stand by these comments, why is this lady still a minister in the government of Telangana?
नहीं,
She's a
Shreyaji,
dangerous sort. She will
exactly,
end up
Shreyaji.
harming your own party.
Shreyaji, सिर्फ बोलने के लिए अच्छा नहीं लगता. I don't think that's a statement to make. अगर बोलना है तो करना भी है. Bilkul, of course, Telangana ministry is there. The Congress government is there. The chief minister is Mr. Revant Reddy. I think if they find the statement, which is indeed uncalled for, I'm sure the case has been launched by what I hear from KTR, and I'm sure the Telugu film industry stands by Samantha Ruth Prabhu and Nagarjuna. And if there is an action to be taken, certainly, सिर्फ बोलने के लिए नहीं, करने के लिए भी होना चाहिए. I agree with you on that front. There are no two ways
If
about
there
it.
is an action to be taken, mane kya? No. What do you mean if there is an action that needs to be taken? Bhai, she has said what she has said. She has said it on record, on camera to multiple channels, not once but twice. इसमें कौन सी आपको CBI inquiry बिठानी है? But anyhow, Sridhar Reddy, your spokesperson of the BRS, as I said, the Congress party is not saying anything on the matter, but the view coming in from Syed is, well, she has retracted. And the party obviously is not standing by her. If she has retracted her statement, let bygones be bygones.
No, just by retracting and apologizing, Samantha alone is not going to help. She cannot get away with this. A minister, first of all, I am feeling ashamed of because from a political fraternity of Telangana, irrespective of the political party, a minister speaking this language, a woman on another woman, is completely defamatory in nature, derogatory in nature. This is new law. I'm not saying for the sake of politics because I am in BRS, we are in Congress party. No politician, irrespective of their power, has any right to, talk in such language and insult someone in such a way. And I'm really surprised. Even today in the morning, when she offered the apology, she says that I am apologizing to Samantha, but I'm sticking my words, whatever I spoke on KTR. You are referring Samantha and other family members, rather, us 12 family members, and making these comments, and you stick to that comments. And earlier also, and yesterday also, linking KTR to many film stars is, again, this is completely a new law. How can you bring in others' names? They are not at all concerned in politics. If for a political reason, for a political issue, you can criticize us to any extent. We are ready, here to understand that. Rather, we come back to you on that. We can return on that. But insulting women in such a way, and Congress simply saying that we are not standing by it. We strongly condemn the statements, rather comments made by Srimati Konda Surekha, the minister. And we demand on behalf of BRS party, just because not in opposition, as even a citizen of Telangana, she should be sacked from the ministry. And that will be a lesson to many politicians. Even today, I mean, even the social media, if you look at the social media, the kind of comments people are making, I'm really, really sorry. If you have to be in politics, just being in politics, if one has to be taking so much of nonsense, is completely ridiculous. This should not go on. This should not be continued.
No,
Even
it's,
today, from a
you know,
public, from a dais of the Shreya, from a public meeting of Gajwel, you have just shown in Telugu, she was saying, she was expressing doubts on KTR, whether he has killed KCR. He's in farmhouse. Is this the way? What are you talking about? Are you a minister? I'm feeling really, really sorry. How come Congress party even now tolerating their PCC chief just said, since minister has apologized as if she has done a great thing, now one should keep quiet. What is this? I mean, we strongly condemn this.
Okay.
And
Ravi Rai, can I just bring
Congress
you...
should take an action on that.
Ravi Rai, I'm just going to bring you into this conversation. Look, fact is that politicians have thick skins and they will say, you know, whatever comes to their mouth against each other. You accept it in the current political atmosphere and say this is Indian politics. They will say anything. And all political parties, as I said, have motor mouths. The BJP has Kangana Ranaut, for example. But what Konda Surekha has done, she's crossed a red line. She has crossed not just one but multiple red lines. I want to ask you, are film stars such weak targets that anyone who wants to grab national headlines can name them, make any sort of allegations and then get away with it? Because that is exactly what seems to be happening. What a sitting minister in Telangana, Ravi Rai, has done is what some cheap YouTube stars do. Kuch bhi bolte hain.
I Shreya, totally agree with you that film stars, I mean, these celebrities are a very soft target for these politicians. And I think Saeed said it was a slip of a tongue that she said. It's not a slip of a tongue. Ek chota dhaga nahi tha. It's not a small thread. It's a big weave that she's done. It cannot be a slip of tongue. You know, I mean, she's weaved the whole. And how do they get into? How does Samantha and Naga Chaitanya get into this whole slugfest of what BRS and Congress were having? They were having it days ago. How do they enter this? I mean, it is going the lowest of, I mean, very honestly, I have no words. I mean, how can they do this? And I totally agree with a gentleman who said she should be taken to the courts, she should be taken to the laws, and nobody should get away. I'm telling you, Samantha, Shreya, nobody should get away. Ki ho gaya yaar, law kya kar lega, wo kya kar lega. No, and I also feel a law doesn't punish them very harsh. So they do it again, and they do it again. At the most, it's ₹1 ka fine, ₹2 ka fine, ₹10 ka fine. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it with the anchors also. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, the law also should come on very harsh. So you do it once and then you don't repeat it again. Here we have repeated, but I mean, the offenders are repeating it again and again. I mean, this is the lowest low that you see. Every day you're going through a low. I'm very surprised and shocked that a sitting minister saying this, horrible this is.
NV Subhash, is it a reflection really of the political discourse that has evolved in the last 8 years, 9 years, 10 years? That there is no maryada anymore in public life. Exactly. Whether you are targeting a political opponent or any other place.
I mean, I actually feel this
I just want that question to go to NV Subhash.
After the Telangana state has been formed, from past 10 years, when we see the BRS government, under the leadership of KCR, he was very, very vocal in degrading other people, especially the political parties and other people in the public domain also. And if you can see your archives also, so many times he have really degraded the Telangana's sentiments also, and especially the people from Telangana. The same thing they are following the footsteps. Why I'm telling this is that there was invasion of privacy in TRS government, the BRS government, where phone tapping issue has been taken into custody, this thing, and the film stars were also the soft target for them, and the punching bags, because to cover up one issue, they have taken up the other issue, especially the drug case also. Now, the Revanth Reddy's government has lost control on his cabinet colleagues and the system itself. One minister says something, other minister says something. Now, it has become a habitual, just offense for them to just talk about anything just to get their names on that. The Telugu industry is such a big industry in Telangana as well as in Andhra Pradesh, where many people are, aspiring to become the artists, and then they are becoming, and we have gone to Oscar levels also. Mind it, we have gone to the Oscar levels also. And at this point of time, this kind of statement, a woman minister, elected representative, is representing the Telangana government. And we are really afraid. What happened to Mohammed Ki Dukan? What happened to Rahul Gandhi? What happened to women empowerment? What happened to Priyanka Gandhi? Why they are not talking about? The Bharatiya Janata Party Telangana simply says that sack the minister immediately, sack the minister, so that other person should not take. Instead of sacking the ministry, they defending their own ministers. What kind of the democracy is there? People just voted for you to make
Shreya Reddy, you wanted to come in here. Essentially, what the BJP...
The sports personality
sir.
And
I'm just getting in Shreya Reddy here.
Shreya,
Mr. Reddy, you wanted to say something, but the point is, look, the fact also, let me just quickly, Mr. N.V. Subhash, maybe the previous government in Telangana was tapping phones.
This is
But
where the
iska
problem
matlab ye nahi hai na, you drag a film actress to highlight the issue.
Absolutely, this is where the problem lies.
And you
wanted to portray
completely
everything.
destroy her reputation and the reputation of a reputed family to send across a point or make a point or put the focus on an issue. Anyhow, Mr. Shreya Reddy, you wanted to say something.
See, I just heard the BJP spokesperson, Subhash. This is where the problem lies. They want to try to politicize everything. We are speaking about an insult to a women actress by a minister. Instead of rather condemning straight, again we are going back to the previous government, some other allegation, phone tapping, XYZ. This is where actually whoever are making these kind of allegations are getting away. They will show some kind of an alibi of this kind of a statement, rather this kind of issue, and a shield behind it. So today in unitone, unanimously, irrespective of the political parties, rather civil society, a film industry should demand for sacking this minister, not for political reasons, only to teach a lesson. You just cannot, just because somebody cannot speak because they are celebrities. It is not the question of celebrities. If they are not in a position to speak, rather come back and fight on you. If you go on speaking them and use your political muscle to just get away, it is not acceptable. It is applicable to every political party. I am speaking, without any politics into it, rather mixing politics into it.
Mr. Thama Reddy, I want to ask you, many people can argue, but they are film stars. People like Rakul Preet Singh, who has also been named, people like Samantha Ruth Prabhu, Naga Chaitanya, Nagarjun, they are film stars. So much gossip gets written about them or spoken about them on social media, in magazines, in newspapers. Why take offense to what a sitting minister in Telangana has said? In this case, it seems she has crossed multiple red lines, according to me. But I want to ask you why you find it particularly offensive, given the fact that actors are used to gossip and scandalous gossip.
And they're used to gossip, I agree with you, but because we are used to gossip, nobody can have right to talk like this and give a statement, such a heinous statements like this. See, whatever she has accused, accused on KTR or whatever it is, if that is true, if she has any evidence, so she could have gone to the court. Now, she cannot, as per law, they cannot name this. They are victims. Those two girls are victims. How can she take the names of the victims at all? First point. Second point, if they have any evidence about that, that is a very serious crime. If that is a serious crime, as a minister, she could have gone to the court. The government should have gone to the court, not coming like this, doing cheap statements and all. That is not tolerable. I don't think anybody should tolerate it. Not only the film industry. And unfortunately, in this state, this film industry has become a very soft target to everybody. for everybody, for everything, as Mr. Subhash was telling, whenever there is a case, I mean, drugs case or any damn case, first time they'll call the cinema industry, Telugu industry is under the scanner kind of thing. So that is very sorry
True.
situation in this state.
What Konda Surekha has done is allege a sex scandal, allege a drug scandal, and also allege a phone tapping scandal. There are some charges against the previous government, the BRS government, as far as phone tapping is concerned. But you have put every charge in to a big scandalous statement so that you can be in the headlines and you can get discussed. All of that is fine as far as Konda Surekha is concerned. Maybe those are her values. My point is, what is the Congress Chief Minister doing? What is he doing? For 48 hours, the woman is out there still representing his government, still the Environment and Forest Minister of his government. What is he doing? Ravi Rai, I want to ask you, I think you wanted to come in on this aspect.
Sir, I... There is a famous saying, you are allowed means you are encouraged. I don't have to say more on this. You are allowed means you are encouraged. What is Chief Minister doing? What is National President of Congress doing? What is their disciplinary committee is doing? What is their PCC President doing? What are the fellow ministers doing? You are allowed means you are encouraged.
Okay, Ravi Rai, I want a last comment from you because you're a right-thinking citizen of this country. Ravi Rai, you know the larger point I'm making is this. I mean, should we just get used to this political discourse? Because the political discourse in this country has been evolving from one low to another for the last 8 to 10 years.
Yes, I totally agree there with you, Shreya. Every day you wake up to the lowest low that you can. I mean, every day. I mean, you think this is over, this is not over as yet, you know. And if this woman, like, it was much easier. I mean, if you're talking the political muscle that the Bollywood or the South industry is combating with, life was much easier with Dawood Ibrahim and Abu Salim. Honestly, if you have a comparison, they are political mafias today. I mean, look at this woman talking for 48 hours and there is no action against her. I mean, this is it's a private life she's ruined. If there is a sex scandal, there is a drug scandal, if there is whatever she said, let the law and it should be scanned. It should not go, untouched. And my biggest fear was, Shreya, that this thing again will go political. And right now on the panel also, we are just discussing the political, face to it. That's my fear. I mean, politics has entered. It's very, I mean, I have no words.
I agree with the BRS spokesperson here. And, neither do I. And I agree with the BRS spokesperson here. Silence means you agree. If the Congress party agrees with Konda Surekha's sentiments, then keep quiet. If you don't agree with it, you need to come out and say it. Syed, I'm completely out of time. If you can say it in 10 seconds, fine. Otherwise, I'll have to wrap it.
Certainly, with all due respect to Mr. Ravi Rai, I think it's a wrong comparison to bring in the aegis of Dawood Ibrahim or Abu Salim. Yes, there is politics, there is dirty politics, which isn't appreciated. Therefore, I think with great responsibility, there is equal accountability. All political leaders must and should be very careful with the statements they made. For now, Konda Surekha ji has profusely apologized.
ये TV पे बोलने से नहीं चलेगा ना सिर्फ.
And this shouldn't happen ever.
It's not a retraction. There was no apology in that. Saeed, there was no apology in that. It's not a retraction. And saying this in a television studio doesn't help. The party has to walk the talk. We leave it there for the moment, Saeed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ravi Rai, for joining us. Sridhar Reddy, thank you very much. And NV Subhash, thank you very much. Let's see if the Congress finally wakes up and decides to axe Konda Surekha from their cabinet in Telangana. We'll wait to see when that happens.